Welcome to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz.
And beg your pardon. Sorry, Dale. And I'm Jan-Erik Frank. A very good morning to you.
And we are live from the Grand Champions Polo Club, field number 5, for continuing action in the 2024 Halo Polo 6-goal tournament. Here is our second game in the Halo Polo 6-goal, where we have 6 teams playing. And we had Pony Express play against Casimiro yesterday. And we had a polo extravaganza yesterday. A lot of polo as we played everything from the ladies polo. We had a women's polo in the morning, 6-goal, and all the way up 6, 8, 12, and 26-goal polo, the World Polo League. And this morning we have the Polo School going up against Bushwood Pink. And there's a good shot of field number 5. And we have a few changes in the lineup, but we'll go through the lineup here, Jan, with our Polo School. They're going to play the same team, and then we'll change up Bushwood Pink a little bit. They have a few different players filling in today.
Okay, well, let's run through the players then. The Polo School in the dark shirts at number 1, and she's easy to spot. Rebecca Cohen in the pink helmet. Artemio Figueroa is at number 2, the 1-goaler. Facha Valent, the first of the 2 3-goalers. And then also wearing a pink helmet, that, of course, is Juan Bellini. For Bushwood Pink, at number 1, we have Jen Buchan. At number 2, we've got Michael Amo. Coming in for Scott Sabaro. At number 3, Facundo Panello. And, of course, at back, Mr. Chris Campson. As you can see, the first ball has been thrown into play. So let's see which of these 2 teams will get the better start in this, the first of our 4 Chukkers. Slightly overcast out there today on field number 5, but very, very nice temperatures for both the 4-legged and the 2-legged athlete. So we've had a bit of a cold spell. Well, when you say cold, not really cold, but for Florida, a little bit chillier than normal. Temperatures today around about the 27, 28 degrees Fahrenheit. Not quite sure what that is. I beg your pardon, Celsius. I'm not quite sure what that is in Fahrenheit.
Yeah, about 70.
So here we go then, Mr. Juan Bellini. Of course, a man who's won so many tournaments and had such an amazing polo career. And, of course, his 2 boys, Juancito Bellini, who we've seen back here at the Grand Champions Polo Club playing for the SIBA Memorial alongside Grant Ganzi, and, of course, his younger brother, Santos.
All right, good pickup here by Juan Bellini. And he's going to take a shot on goal as that ball's going to roll just wide.
Just out of bounds.
All right, so you're going to have a knock-in here, and they said these 2 guys, Chris Campson and Juan Bellini, both the captains here for both these teams, they play a lot of pole together, so it's going to be interesting to watch how they play. Yeah, so we have Scott Sabaro playing.
Oh, we do have Scott Sabaro.
Yes.
Okay.
And so Jennifer Buchanan, Scott Sabaro, Facundo Panello coming in, who Facundo is actually the younger brother, and we'll go through them here as we were talking about before the game. As there's of course, Esteban Panello. A big shout out to their father. I played a lot of polo with him. His son, his oldest son. Well, the youngest son is Facundo, and going from the youngest to the oldest, then you have Benjamin Panello. Then you have Tomas, he's 6 goals, and Tomas Panello, 9 goals, and then Joaquin Panello, 6 goals. So, big family. It's great seeing the younger brother out here now. And it's, like I said, his father, 9 goals, and super strong player, captain. I've played with the Revlon team for a long time with Christian Laprito, Lagoo's dad, and then actually captained the Cold Comfort team for many years with Michael Fawcett, and that's where I had the opportunity to play with him. So it's nice seeing him here playing with the Bushwood Pink team. Big ball by Bellini, looking for Facha.
And what a clean finish. The pass coming from, as you said, Juan Bellini, and a clean little finish there from Facha Valent, picking up the first goal here, as you were saying, Dale, in this, the second match of the Halo Polo 6-goal 2024.
Nice ball here by Bellini. He has been hitting the ball very, very well this season, Juan Bellini. Former ACO player on 3 goals now, and that's just a perfect pass. But even better, I love how Martin picked his man up, pushed him wide, gave room for Juan to drop that ball in and then push it, like you said, you were talking about yesterday, man the line of the ball, Yan, picked his man up, got control of the line, and a great finish on the next shot. Campson.
On the move, ball thrown back into play now. Let's see if Mr. Campson, of course, 6th goal, the highest ranked player out there on the field this morning. If he can put a dent, an early dent into that Polo Schools lead. They're leading by 1-0. Once again, a very warm welcome if you've just joined us. We're at Grand Champions on field number 5. Great aerial shot there as the man with the number 3, the man who just scored a few moments ago. Facha Valent with a very nice pass over to Artemio Figueres. And that ball...
Just a change of possession here. It just skipped out of bounds. And we're going to use our courtesy change here. And but keep an eye on number 2. As we talked a lot, Artemio, he's been having a great season on 1 goal. And his brother playing in the World Polo League, they played very well.
Yeah.
The Casablanca team coming out very strong in their first game of the Founders Cup yesterday, Yan, and played against Alegria. 17 goals they scored.
Incredible.
That's a record so far this year. We had the Kaya Polo team. They had 17. They're 14 from the field, 3 on handicaps, and they're getting their games. They were leading the scoring, but now Casablanca coming out raising the level, and we have another a Founders Cup game for you this afternoon. You can join us at 4 p.m. as we're going to have a 6-goal game this morning in our Halo, and then we'll go to the World Polo League this afternoon. 26 goals in the Founders Cup. Looks like got everybody back. There's a good shot here of Jen Buchanan right there, and Chris Campson, captain of the Bushwood Pink team. Jen and Chris have been playing all season long with her, Jen, but playing very well. We've did you have an opportunity, Jen? Did Jen play in the women's too out there when you were out there?
She did.
Plays the ladies, and also Rebecca.
Yep, and on that, the ladies that I was fortunate enough to see playing 2 weeks ago now. We had it was rained off, I think, 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago because we had a big downpour of rain. But the level of what all the ladies are doing, Dale, definitely raised a major level. And that, of course, taking place every Wednesday morning. And again, Grand Champions Polo Club setting the standard here for women's polo in the country.
You got it. Only women's polo league in the country, and nice having them, and then also playing in a lot of our other leagues. Bellini will control the ball here. Scott Sabaro's going to slow him up a little bit. That's what he wants to do. That's his job, to slow him up, let everybody get on defense. Rebecca's going to fall in behind Juan, and here comes the Polo School.
Nicely picked up there by the number 2. We were just talking about him, Artemio Figueres. Leaves it once again for Bellini. Has a little bit of traffic in front, but finds a gap, keeping the ball on his stick side. Now hammers it over the halfway line. He might actually have to run this one himself. Won't quite pick up that pass. Nice open backhand from Facundo Panello. Sends it out towards the boards where you know who, 6th goaler Mr. Campson, was waiting. Good pick up from him, couldn't quite control it. Back to the Polo School, back to Facha Valent. Now then, has he got an attacking player going up front? Well, there comes the under the neck shot, and there is that player I was talking about. Artemio Figueres wasting no time, opens his shoulders, a little cut shot. Bang, what a cracking goal by Artemio.
Yeah, they've been playing all season long, Rebecca, Artemio, Facha, and Juan. So you're gonna see a lot of power polo plays out of this team. They played at the 8-goal level, 12-goal level, now it's the 6-goal level. So they're going to see, look at that, just one-timer and a great finish there by Artemio. And that'll give them a 2-goal lead. Rebecca also played in our Sunset Chukkers and Cocktails the other day, scored 2 goals.
That was so much fun.
Oh, a lot of fun. That was great fun. You make sure you put that on your map every Tuesday afternoon. Yan was at the field, and we bring it to you live. Also, CTV Sports on the bowl-in with 1:30 left. Artemio.
Now then, can he get round those two, or between those two Bushwood Pink players? Stolen. Well, if 2 are in a bit of a fight, there's always a third. In this case, that third man is Chris Campson. Nicely done, controlling the ball, taking the pace out a little bit, allowing his attackers to get back in situ before he unloads another one of those monster shots. There it comes. Now then, he was trying to feed that one up to Facundo. A little bit too steep. Bellini saw it coming. He again, with all the experience, just holding back a little bit. Didn't get a a good clean touch on that first ball or the second, but now the third ball. Now that will send it downfield, looking again for Artemio Figueres. Artemio Figueres with the coolest of touches, Dale. Did you see that?
Yeah, and this is just a battle between two young Polo stars going here. Facundo and Artemio, both one goal. Bellini again with a perfect pass, but look at Artemio picks his man up first. They're pushing. And good try there by Facundo Pinello to try to push him over, but Artemio wins the ride-off, and then the little tap shot to put it in there, and that'll end our first Chukker play. So 3 great goals from the field here for the Polo School in the dark blue. Bushwood pink in the pink. We'll send everybody off for some fresh horses, and we'll be right back for our second Chukker play.
Playing in a dedicated women's polo league is great for progressing your polo. It's great for us to play together as women, to have a chance to take to the field with some of the best polo players in the world. It's helping us come together, improve our polo, and keep up playing a regular high level of polo.
Like, I'm learning so much. I am shadowing some of the best women players in the sport, and it's just been an incredible journey, really.
I have played at Santa Rita before, and I love it here. It's a fantastic club. They do so much for not only just polo, but women's polo. So we're very excited to be here, and huge thanks to Melissa and Mark for having us.
Okay, welcome back to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz.
And I'm Jan-Erik Frank. Good morning, Dale.
Good morning, Jan. As we prepare for our second Chukker here, we're live from the Grand Champions Polo Club. Of course, remember those flags right there. They're right along Lake Worth Road. So if you are in the area, it's very easy to find the Grand Champions Polo Club. Just Lake Worth Road right down to South Shore Boulevard. Dead ends right there. Just make a right turn. It'll bring you right around the corner into Field 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Of course, we play a lot of games at the Santa Rita Polo Farm, and but they've been moving the games everywhere. So you also want to make sure you get the Grand Champions Polo Club app, gcpolo.com, and you'll see ads on that. And of course, ctvsports.tv. You can check out those apps, and that'll give you all the information you need to make sure you're at the right fields at the right times. We get a bowl in here in the beginning of the second Chukker. And, yeah, you want to kind of just go skip through the players real quick again for maybe some of our viewers that just arrived?
I would be delighted to, Dale. So let's start with Bushwood Pink. Obviously, the name's in the clue's in the name. They are wearing the pink shirts. At number 1, Jen Buchan. At number 2, we have Scott Sabaro. At number 3, Facundo Pinello. And at number 4, the 6th goaler, Chris Campson. No score from Bushwood Pink in that opening Chukker. On the other hand, the Polo School, led by Rebecca Cohen. At number 1, Artemio Figueres. He picked up 2 cracking goals in that opening Chukker. Facha Valent, another one who picked up his first goal. And then, of course, the man who is responsible for sending those balls to his attacking players, so you've got to give him credit there, is, of course, the man with the number 4, Juan Bellini. With, as you were saying, Dale, absolutely amazing precision passes to his attacking players. That's how they left it at the end of the first Chukker of play, 3-0. That shot on goal there just going wide. So once again, the Polo School in possession with a knock-in from their own back line.
Yeah, great passes. Bellini's been facilitating the ball at a high level here, and that's really how they got going early. You'll see the same thing out of Chris when he gets his team going. They run their team from the number 4 position, and it'll be picked up here now by Juan.
So Bellini takes it out to the sides. There comes a slight angled under the neck shot, and again, there's a lot of thought that goes into the passes. I remember, Dale, when I was learning how to play, my coach at the time, there were a few. They would say, if you're going down the field and you're just sticking ball, always aim for something. Don't just willy-nilly hit the ball. Aim for something, be it a hedge, be it a bush. If you're out there sticking balling on your own, to improve your positioning and also your being in the half seat, obviously following through. So it's important because it is a team game, of course, that those passes do get to where you want them to go.
Yep.
And you can see a bit of a sword fight going on here. Mr. Campson in a bit of a challenge there with Facha Valent. In comes the umpire. Well, eventually that little knot is untangled. Nice little pick up there on the near side by Artemio Figueres, who's been absolutely on fire, especially in that first chukker. Working very hard. Checks down. You can see him there trying to walk it or play it in along the back line. Great pony control here. And there comes the attempted under the neck shot. He didn't quite get his mallet underneath, but and this is what this sport is all about, getting the support, and Bellini puts himself into the perfect position to support and just puts that one through.
Yeah, good control here by Artemio, and it shows you, talk a lot about how he, a young player, but very, very strong, his knowledge of the game. You see how he was on the end line? He actually came back to the almost towards the 30, which gave Bellini more room to push Campson away. If he stays on the end line, then Campson has position. Very well thought out there by Artemio, and a good goal by Juan.
So 4-0. Bushwood Pink still trying to get that, as you were saying, that rhythm going. And but the Polo School, of course, with all that experience of Juan Bellini, delegating his team very nicely. Open backhand there from Jen. Now then, this could be a counter-offensive, but we're going to have a... No, I thought we might have a whistle there as Chris Campson checked up. Little deflection coming off the pony of Juan Bellini. Now then, Bushwood Pink on the move, getting closer and closer to that goal. A swing and a miss. And Bushwood still have it. Campson eyeing up the goal mouth, takes a shot. Watch that ball come running down. Bellini will... just clear it, or at least he'll try to just clear it. A little bit unlucky there as Chris Campson picking up his first goal of the match.
Yeah, nice try here. Actually, Chris going to lay it in there. I don't know if it was a pass for Facundo or not. Facundo was down inside. Juan had position. Good ride off here by, I think Juan was going for the next shot. That's where Juan was a little upset with himself. I mean, he might back that ball. I don't know if he could get, maybe couldn't get to the back shot before the ball was going in, so he had to go for the next shot. But a tough play because he had the post there. He had Facundo pushing him. And, Chris warming this one up a little bit. Good riding there, Mr. Campson, as they go into their courtesy change. And he said the weather's been great. Nice and fresh, you know. Then they'll get the horses feel really good with that, so they give a little chance to warm the ponies up. And as they come out here, and they'll get their first goal here, break the ice a little bit. First time we've seen Facundo play, Pinello, and as we said, we went through it, his oldest brother, Joaquin, and then 6 goals, Tomas, 9 goals, actually, and then Benjamin, on 6 goals also. Esteban should be very proud of his boys. Great man. I had a lot of fun playing polo with Esteban Pinello, super strong captain, and of course Michael Fawcett. What a man! The Cold Comfort Polo team. We got a lot of great memories with that team back in the day, as we say. All right, on the bowl-in, picked up here and taken, and Bushwood Pink keeping the offensive attack going. It's going to be Facundo.
And he will drill one up into that danger zone. That's a great pass, slightly overshot it. The attempt to keep it in play there by Scott Sabaro, but just running out of polo field as that ball goes out of bounds.
Good shot here, Juan Bellini. And beautiful, strong, gray pony here that Juan Bellini's on. Rides a couple of them. It kind of looks like Automatica. I'm not exactly 100% sure if that's her. I know he has a few grays that he rides. And but here we go. Here comes Bellini again. Juan.
Yeah, a little bit of a miss hit there by the number 2, Artemio Figueres. Had a little bit of traffic from his own teammate. Now then, can she turn? Rebecca, beg your pardon, Jen Buchan. Oh, well done, Jen. Now then, a little under the neck shot. A little bit of help from the pony. It's never a bad thing. Trying to go and take it around. She knows she's got Bellini behind her. Campson coming down the line, appealing. That should have been his line. Umpire says play on. Get on with it as Bellini now will try and run this one himself. Slightly topped the ball, but he gets the support, and this is what this team sport is. This game is all about. It's a team sport. You need to get yourself in that position, that perfect position to back up your teammate, and the finishing touch just very unlucky there for Fatcha Valent to put up his second goal of the match.
Yeah, Martin's going to fall in behind Juan and pick up the loose ball play, just off to the right side a little bit, and we'll click here down for the final minute. It looks like Campson's going to take this one off the line and get one more run. At least try to. They go coast to coast here. Let's see if they go for it. Here's Chris.
Here comes the big drive, and that's another great, as you would say, Dale, a perfect pass up to the front door. But Bellini felt it, read it coming, goes up there straight away, and is shoulder to shoulder with Scott Sabaro. Sends the ball back, coming to that half-minute mark. Bushwood Pink will have plenty to talk about in the halftime break and how they can change things around a little bit. They've not really had that many shots on goal. Now then, has he got the time? This could be one of those coast to coasts. We're looking at the clock there in the top left-hand corner of your screen. Campson could do with another one, and Campson hits the post. Unlucky. Very, very unlucky. As you said, Dale, a game of inches sometimes.
Oh, man. And he would have been good on the buzzer beater, remember?
Yeah.
Because if he would have shot that ball always goes. Remember the buzzer beater? They are using that. And a good shot here, Facundo. Remember, if they hit the ball before, the second horn, as that ball carries through, it will count. So we'll get everybody ready. Halftime here. 4 Chukkers in the Halo Polo 6 goal. We'll get everybody organized for the second half. We'll be right back here on CTV Sports. Okay, welcome back to our second half here of the 2024 Halo Polo 6 goal, where we have the Polo School with Rebecca Cohen, Artemio Figueres, Fatcha Valent, and Juan Bellini. And 4 goals here. 6-goal team, Bushwood Pink with Jen Buchan. And we have Scott Sabaro, Facundo Pinello, and Chris Campson. And they have 1 goal. So at the moment, 4-1. And very clean first half here, yeah?
Very clean indeed, but you've also got to give it up to the Polo School. They came in, they dominated from more or less that very first ball that was thrown in. Artemio Figueres with 2 amazing goals in that first Chukker, and also Fatcha Valent picking up his first goal. But like I said, you've got to give it up to Mr. Bellini, the man who's on the ball as I speak. Who's been instrumental in not only teaching these guys, of course, Director of Operations, spends a lot of time over at Santa Rita. He's going to run this one himself. Bellini to the finish, slightly topping that ball, and that's a great bit of defense here by Bushwood Pink. Campson coming in, appealing to the umpire, and I believe his appeal has been heard.
All right, so that'll stop the clock with 5 minutes, almost 6 minutes. Juan taking it down here and leaves it right there in the danger zone. Nice back shot by Facundo. Look at the angle he gets there.
Yeah,
and
incredible.
then you see Chris comes flying across the field there, and you had You had Martin coming from one side, Chris coming from another. So the umpires see which player had the lesser angle. It's going to go for Bushwood Pink, and then penalty 5A.
Quickly taken. Ball over onto the boards. Turned around quickly by Valent. Leaves it behind for Bellini. Snaps a little under the neck shot downfield. That's another perfect pass. And, yeah, I'm pretty sure that there will be a whistle on that for coming across. You cannot come across the front of the pony's legs. That, of course, is danger and welfare of the ponies, as always very, very important here at Grand Champions Polo Club. Umpire, of course, on top of that play. And we're going to see our first open goal penalty here after that unfortunate foul in favour of the Polo School. And you can see teeing up the ball there, Artemio Figueres, who's, well, as you were saying earlier, Dale, very, very strong. And, of course, his brother doing a very, very good job over at the World Polo League. And as you were saying, Dale, that action continues, of course, this afternoon. We'll come back to that in a moment. Let's now see this open goal penalty here for the Polo School taken by Artemio Figueres. Well, no mistake. Very cool, very calm, composed, and a great execution here. So Artemio Figueres picking up his third goal of the match. And the Polo School on a real run here. Bushwood Pink still struggling to get that rhythm going. I'm sure they'll have had plenty to discuss in that half-time interval. Mind you, they were back very, very quickly. I'm sure they want to get on with the job at hand. Back to the halfway line they come then. Ball's thrown into play. And the Polo School also winning the majority of these throw-ins as they now are on the move once again with the number 3. Trying to find his way through. Facha Valent immediately gets that challenge. Then I remember in Polo you cannot tackle a player from both sides. The old sandwich attack. That is the 2-1-1 rule. And that nearly happened. So you need to be very careful then if you're both going for the same man. One of you needs to back off to allow the other then to make the tackle, or to rather push that opposition or that opposition player off said line. Little backhand, he got a piece of it, Bellini. And now on the near side, Jen, nicely done. Campson will pick up that ball that he got from Jen. While they're working it, Dale, they're working very hard, but they just don't seem to be getting a real break because, again, the Polo School are in possession. Bellini taking the pace out a little bit. Oh, now who can turn first? Campson again saying, well, I turn first. Surely that should be my ball. Umpire, of course, if they don't deem it as a dangerous play, they will allow the advantage or give the advantage.
It looked like Bellini got around there a little bit quicker, you know, just based on the lesser angle. But Chris, not having any problem, spins around. Now you get Juan right here to slow it down. Goes for the outlet pass there.
Yeah.
And remember, player following the ball is going to have the right of way over a player moving towards the ball, and that's about the space you want to see. And so we are going to get a courtesy change here. Is going to get a shot of Jen, Chris, and Scott. Chris going from horse to horse right there, and so good, great start here by the Polo School. You notice they're really going strong. They know this Bushwood Pink team. They've been playing together also, so they're really going to Chris first of all, because he managed that team from the number 4 position, so they're really putting a lot of pressure on him. And then everybody's covered up. You know, they got Jen covered, Scott covered, Facundo covered. Everyone's doing their job very well on defense. And early on, as you said, Juan just did a fabulous job facilitating the ball to Artemio and Martin Facha. Yep. You know, great passes, put them in position for easy goals. We were talking about that in some of our games where we noticed a lot of the teams, you know, getting easy shots at goal, not getting tougher shots at goal. If your defense can put pressure on a team where they have tougher shots, then their statistics go down based on the goals. And we've seen it in the World Polo League at all levels, from 6 goals to 26 goals. So very well done here by Bellini today, putting the ball in easy spots for his boys to finish.
So here we go then. From the spot, after that right-of-way infringement, long ball down the field, just going wide. And yeah, well, why not indeed give it a crack? Take a shot from distance. But the Polo school, and that of course applies to any team, but you have a masterclass here in how they're doing it. It's all very well going up and trying to score goals, but as my dear friend Dale Schwetz always says, defense wins championships.
Yeah, Chris has the ability to hit the big ball, so I wouldn't be surprised right now down by 4. We gotta make sure you keep an eye on that clock. So I wouldn't be surprised you don't see Chris taking a few shots. They're not having success bringing it in. So start shooting from outside. Here we go.
On the move once again, and he does like to run it coast to coast. That rotation working very well here within the Polo school. We have a whistle.
Yeah, and this is just another good offensive play here, by the Polo school. Bellini's going to facilitate the ball to Artemio, and Artemio's just going to let the player push him across. Here, Artemio's got his mallet in the air.
Yeah. Letting
the umpires know, hey, I'm getting pushed across. Bellini follows the line. And now they'll bring that ball down for a penalty shot. So that's a good
clever.
Clever.
Yeah.
Positive possession by the Polo school, and good thinking there by Artemio, just not to win the ride-off.
Yeah.
Let him push you across. Because if Artemio wins that ride-off,
force the foul.
Basically. He almost gives a chance, and he knew right where Juan was. And Artemio's been very successful from the penalty line this season, 2024. And shooting the short penalties, the 2s and the 3s, the 30s and the 40s. And here he comes again. He's got 1 on the day, 2 from the field, 1 from the penalty line. And here comes Artemio with another opportunity at the open goal.
Well, this one it went slightly wide here.
Just
maybe
wide.
A little overconfident there, but you know what? When you're leading by 4 goals, in this case 5 goals to 1 here in the third Chukker with under 3 minutes left to play, you can afford the odd miss hit. So unlucky there, but that should not take away how well he's been playing. Let's go back now then to Mr. Campson, as the sun comes out of that layer of cloud over on field number 5 at Grand Champions Polo Club. Campson, and of course the Polo school know, and I'm pretty sure Bellini will have instructed, that is the man we need to somehow get a grip on, because he is lethal, especially from distance. Very, very strong, very well mounted. As you can see, they're just taking the ball round. In comes the challenge from Facha Valent. And, that was just a bit too much. Now the whistle will stop the play.
And this, if this goes in favor of Bushwood Pink, this is what Chris wants. Chris is going to control here. And did he cross behind? He might have got a little bit too far across.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, his horse's head. So I remember Paji reaches back. It almost looks like a clean hook. But remember, when you're coming across, you're going to get to watch the replay here. Keep an eye on the number 3's horse's head. Right there.
Yeah.
So he's actually cross-hooking, which he's not. His body's not. His body was on the other side of Chris Campson's horse, but his horse's head was on the other side. If not, Chris is going to get the penalty 4 here. Well done. 60-yard shot, and a well-needed, must-needed shot. Big pressure shot there for Chris. That's going to put him within 3. They might get one more bowl in here, and it's going to be very close as they get back to center. And I think Bushwood Pink, they're going to want this bowl in based on being down by 3 now. Maybe another opportunity, or at least to gather some yards, a few yards for the fourth and final Chukker. They're going to get back. It looks like they're going to get one more bowl in. And yes, they're going to get it. Here we go.
So now then, can they capitalize on the halfway line? Well, again, you see that's where that defense is so important. Facha Valent picking up the ball, and he will just try and let the clock run down. Campson gets another bite here, but will he have the time? He needs to unload one, and he needs to do it quickly. Campson running out of time. Campson's found the little gap. Chris Campson, KK on the move. Not yet in the perfect position to open those shoulders. Facha Valent coming in to try and make life very difficult for him. So why not leave it for the next man coming around the outside, Facundo Panello. Ball goes over the back line, and that'll bring us to the end of our third period of play.
Ooh, bad luck there. They would have rather. No, they're sure to keep this going here. Juan's got in the clock. You still got a little more time. They're going to put on the clock here from the field, so they'll adjust that time. Campson, and this is going to work in favor, actually. Oh, what a steal by Martin. Facha Valent. Now we got a foot race here. Everybody going to the speed stick. We got a foot race. Two bay ponies. Valent out in front. Facha with the approach shot across the center. Artemio will take out the man, leave it for Bellini. Juan with the approach inside the 30. Look for the final finish, and look at that, coast to coast like butter on toast to finish the game. The Chukker here. We'll check and make sure on the field that, I mean, they should have had the buzzer beater based on the time. We'll check the time with our field side correspondent. But, wow, what a change of plays there. You had Bushwood Pink going down with an opportunity, and then the Polo School. So, fourth and final Chukker coming up. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back, and there's our Grand Champions Polo Club GCPC app ad, as we were talking about earlier, so make sure you download the app, and that will give you all the information you need 24/7, Polo in your pocket. And Bellini actually scoring right there, about 4 seconds left, so it didn't need the buzzer beater, but he would have been fine. But what a change of plays. Bad luck there for Bushwood Pink, because that's a 2-goal swing. They get that goal. They're only down by 2. They're coming into the final Chukker. Bellini goes coast to coast. Well, actually, the whole team working well together. And they pick up another goal, and now they go back to that 4-goal lead.
So Bushwood Pink have it all to do as we're running out. Well, they are running out of time. We still have 6 minutes left to play. But if we go by the way the Polo School has been playing and commanding this game from that very first Chukker, they're going to have to come up with something very, very special here in this, the fourth and final period again. Oh, a miss here. Now, that could be a step in the right direction here. Player for Bushwood Pink with the number 3 on his shirt, Facundo Panello, picking up his first goal of the match here alongside
No,
the 2.
just off to the right, I guess.
Oh, just off to the right.
Yeah, I guess so. I thought it was in 2. But I guess they took another look at it, or had a discussion there with the goal judge, and decide wide to the right from the field, left from your cameras, and here comes Juan looking for Artemio.
And he's found him, and Artemio takes the ball nicely on the near side. Great ball control. Now then, oh, cheeky, but very effective. And, just slightly oversprung on that one. The ball just not quite landing where he wanted, but they are just all very dialed in, as you would say. Del Facha Valent here once again getting that ball a little bit away from the next defending player. Oh, a little bit unlucky on that play. Near side backhand, but straight where Mr. Bellini was just waiting. Hammers one down. Well, that was lucky, to say the least. No injury sustained. Very good defense here. The backhand sending it across. Now you've got to be careful when you do that. When you've got two attacking players, Campson appealing, and I believe again his appeal has been heard and noted by the umpire.
So a very good play here as Pinello scores a goal, or he had a good shot, but what a save! And then he hits this ball, saves it first. It was a terrific save right in front. Then he takes it down and then opens it up across the field. So changes the field, looking for Chris Campson, and that gives Campson the right of way, and they're going to catch the Polo School on a right-of-way violation, so penalty 5A, and it'll be Campson, striker forward.
Another one of those monster shots, but nobody in the vicinity there to pick up that ball. The first player would have been Jen Buchan, but again, you've got to give it up to the way the positioning play of the Polo School has been absolutely top draw here. Secretary of Defense, Mr. Juan Bellini, and we've seen him run the ball a few times. So mixing it up a little bit and playing different plays. And this again, a very, very pretty pass. A good first touch from Artemio Figueres. It just runs out of steam in front of the goal mouth, where Campson will pick it up. Let's look at the clock. A good 3.5 minutes left to play. Bushwood Pink trying to up the pace a little bit. Bellini read it, just held back. And again, look, they're all like a three-man chain there. Campson, can he get around the outside of Thatcher? Well, he tried. And we have a whistle on that play.
Scott goes to the near side override. Bellini gets a piece of it. Martin bounces it off the pony, and then right here flips it. And it looked like he flipped it under the neck, and then Chris came around the corner, but I guess, okay, they're going to play it for us, and we're going to check it out here. Back shot. Comes off the pony. I'll just say he's clean, flips it. And you got, looks like reaching against the pink. So that ball bounced on the inside, so it looks like reaching against the pink, because that ball's on the inside of Facha.
Yeah.
Campson burned around, so that ball will be a penalty in favor of the Polo School, reaching against the pink. And you saw a great little play there by Lent, as I think that they did. We'll see what they decide, and maybe they go the other way on it. We'll see what they decide on the field here. But it looked like Facha had the ball, and then he had it flipped it under, and then you had reaching against pink. But what they...
Well, with a little over 3 minutes left to play, Chris Campson is going to get what Bushwood Pink are very much in need of, which is an uninterrupted shot on a goal. But with 4 goals down, even if you were to score now, they still need, on average, well, they could do it, a goal a minute. Campson lofts it, puts it through, no mistake. Chris Campson picking up his 3rd goal of the match. So 6 goals to 3, as you can see there, the clock ticking down, of course. They need to get back to that halfway line as quick as possible. Need to now obviously win the throw-in, and a quick run to goal that could put the pressure on the Polo School somewhat. Umpire, they're just waiting for the teams to line up so he can throw it in. Well, you see, and that's what you don't want to happen. You don't want to give the opposition, who are currently in the lead, the upper hand and the advantage. They've won the throw-in. Artemio Figueres. This is, of course, all costing a lot of valuable time that Bushwood Pink are running out of. We're going to have another whistle.
And I take this one down, Artemio. Control play. Right there,
Yeah,
you have a player come right in front. Bellini sees that, so he's just going to jump on it. You have a blocking foul, and now this one will go in favor of the Polo School. And they'll get an opportunity. good teamwork. Good teamwork all day there by the pole school.
Like
They're working so well together, helping each other, and their spacing's great. Rebecca's actually in the front, and she's in the middle. She's in the back, working all different parts of the field. Same thing with the 3 boys, with Artemio, Martin, and Juan. And it'll be Artemio on the penalty shot.
Yeah, he didn't hit that cleanly.
Going for the 60 there.
Yeah, so a little bit unlucky, but you can see Bushwood Pink deep in their own half, have to take the ball all the way up the field. Campson, and he's not going to waste any time. I could see him running this one himself. Campson on the move, wants to outplay all the players. Going up there with him is Jen. Still Campson, yeah, that was a bouncing ball, not an easy one to take. As they go back, they get a piece of it, but yeah, still that ball stationary. Campson now coming back. He's got Facha Valent trying to challenge him. We're under 2 minutes left here in the 4th and final Chukker. Bushwood getting pushed back again. I'm liking the way the Polo School are just, very composed. It's all about being in the right place, doing your job as a team collectively, of course. Again, you see, he's just been given too much space there. Facha Valent. The backhand shot cleanly taken there by Jen Bellini. And it's like Fort Knox. You just cannot get past Juan Bellini. That's his most important role there.
Yeah, they've had somebody back all day long also, too. Again, like you said, Juan's been the
facilitator.
Yeah, he's also been hanging back and making sure. But when they always rotate, you either have Martin in the back or Artemio. And look at this, give and go is going to be Facundo.
Slams on the brakes. You see the pressure. These are pressure shots now, but that could be a nice little run. You want to finish strong under the neck. Didn't quite make the contact as Valent tries to clear it. Bellini. And we will have...
Good D, or are you going to go for a safety here? I think that'll stop the clock, and you will get a safety. So they will get an opportunity. But it looks like the Polo School is going to hold on here. But again, Campson will line up and take the shot. He hasn't. Has he had a? Let's see, Chris. He had about 60. Penalty 4 in the 3rd Chukker. So this is a penalty 6. Probably about 10 yards wide outside, 15 yards maybe. Remember, they don't go further than 40 yards from the center on the safety. Equivalent to a corner kick in soccer when a defending team hits it over their own end line. Remember in polo, when they hit it over there, the defending team hits it over their own end line. And remember, if you hit it off your own horse or hit it off the goalpost or off the boards and it goes out over the end line also, it still is equivalent to a penalty 6, safety. And so 31 seconds on the clock. They tee that ball up. One hit, one approach, one hit, one swing at the ball. Campson kind of hitting the wind a little bit. You can see the flags there, kind of blowing. This field runs east and west. Here comes Chris Campson. And a little bit off to the right. Nice stroke, but off to the side.
Yeah, just not their day today, but it is still early doors here in this Halo Polo 6-goal tournament. Still a lot of polo to be played. A lot of
teams, 6 teams in it. Very competitive 6-goal league. I love seeing that. Bellini, going to finish it up here? Yeah, it looks like that's going to end it right there. So we'll have our final walk. Brianne, any final words?
Congratulations. Well played. I think for those watching, I hope you enjoyed this masterclass of the Polo School, how you work together as a team, how effective you can be if you know what you're doing. So well done, Rebecca, Artemio, Facha, and Juan, and I'm sure there'll be plenty to talk about. A lot of homework here for Bushwood Pink, but don't write this team off. They are, again, a force to be reckoned with, and on a good day, they are a good challenger for anyone.
Oh, yeah, it's going to carry on. So for Jan, Edic, Frank, I'm Dale Schwetz. I speak for everyone here at CTV Sports, but I say thank you for making us the leaders of polo broadcasting. And always remember, here at CTV Sports, we love the polo.